A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a powerful address delivered at the Vatican, Pope Leo XIV made a heartfelt plea for the release of journalists imprisoned worldwide, emphasizing their crucial role in safeguarding dignity, justice, and the public's right to be informed. This call to action came during a meeting with over 6,000 journalists who gathered in Rome to cover his historic election as the first American pope. The pontiff, who received a warm standing ovation as he entered the auditorium, urged journalists to wield their words as instruments of peace, rejecting war and giving a voice to the voiceless. He expressed solidarity with those journalists who have been jailed for their commitment to truth-telling, stating, "The Church recognizes in these witnesses the courage of those who defend dignity, justice, and the right of people to be informed." His remarks were met with enthusiastic applause, as he highlighted the moral imperative for nations and the international community to champion the cause of free speech and press. "The suffering of these imprisoned journalists challenges the conscience of nations," he declared. In a light-hearted moment, Pope Leo XIV opened his address with a few words in English, humorously questioning whether the audience would still be awake and applauding by the end of his speech. Transitioning to Italian, he thanked the journalists for their coverage of the papal transition and reiterated the importance of using language that fosters peace. "Peace begins with each one of us. In the way we look at others, listen to others, and speak about others," he stated, emphasizing the need to reject the culture of hostility and division. Following his address, the Pope engaged with journalists in the front rows, shaking hands and signing autographs. He hinted at upcoming Vatican plans for a trip to Turkey, commemorating the 1700th anniversary of the Council of Nicaea, the first ecumenical council in Christianity. Journalists also proposed a charity tennis match with the pontiff, who playfully remarked that they couldn't invite world #1 tennis player Jannik Sinner, currently competing in the Italian Open. Pope Leo XIV's commitment to journalism and peace echoes the sentiments of his predecessor, Pope Francis, who often spoke about the value of a free press and called for the release of imprisoned journalists during his papacy. In his first address to journalists, Pope Leo reiterated his call for peace, stating, "Let us disarm communication of all prejudice and resentment, fanaticism, and even hatred. Let us free it from aggression." He offered his solidarity with journalists incarcerated for their pursuit of truth and urged for their liberation. As he spoke, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky extended an invitation for the Pope to visit Ukraine, a gesture that underscores the pontiff's potential role in fostering hope amid conflict. During his address, Pope Leo XIV called for a genuine and lasting peace in Ukraine and echoed similar sentiments regarding the ongoing Israel-Hamas conflict, advocating for a ceasefire and the release of hostages. This initial audience with journalists marks the beginning of Pope Leo XIV's first full week as the leader of the Catholic Church, with an inauguration mass scheduled for Sunday, expected to draw thousands of pilgrims. The new pontiff, born in Chicago and a former missionary in Peru, is seen as a figure who bridges diverse cultures and issues within the Church. His approach is characterized by a desire for unity and compassion, as he seeks to address the challenges facing the Church in a rapidly changing world. Many attendees expressed optimism about Pope Leo's leadership, noting his commitment to continuing the legacy of Pope Francis while carving out his unique path. As the world watches closely, Pope Leo XIV's early actions and messages will undoubtedly shape his papacy and the Church's response to contemporary issues. In a divided world, his calls for love, understanding, and peace resonate deeply, offering hope to millions seeking guidance from the Vatican. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.